The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, Crystal Mitchell.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today, Crystal, we're in the holiday spirit.
We're in the holiday spirit. It's Christmas time. I haven't started my Christmas shopping. I've been too busy. There's Christmas parties going all over the place. I haven't done that either. Takes too much effort to get dressed nowadays. So I just kind of, I don't know. I'm in the Christmas mood, just not in the celebratory. Let me go to run to all the parties. I'm tired. I need a vacation.
I was supposed to go to the AMPAC Christmas party today over in Riverside, but I just couldn't make it. I had too many things going on, and by the time I got done with my award ceremony this morning, I had to run to another meeting, and I just got done.
Well, congratulations on your award. So tell us what that's about.
Thank you. So the SBA called me up, and they said, hey, we've got this international import-export business class series going on at USC. I'd like you to be a part of it. So I said, okay, great. That sounds excellent. So part of me being a part of that program is that I would teach them about Small Biz Pro, how they can use Small Biz Pro to run their business. And that's what we did. So the class was for 8 weeks. Okay. And it was an amazing class. We learned a lot about letters of credit. We learned about, how to establish relationship in foreign countries, how to set up your business there, how to conduct business in a foreign country. Oh, okay. It was just amazing. There are so many aspects to it. Mm-hmm. So they gave us awards today. I've got one of those crystal awards.
The pedestal type of...
yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then...
What'd you do with them?
Oh, I put it away.
Oh, okay.
So I also got a citation from the county supervisor. Okay. And one certificate from the city of Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So they recognize us. They thought they wanted us to continue doing the great work we're doing for small business. And they're encouraging us to do business with the county. So that's one of the things that I want to push out there, continuously to small businesses to let them know that, keep becoming contract ready, keep building your business readiness status. So when it's time for you to get these opportunities with the city, county, or the state, or even federal opportunities, you're ready for that.
Oh, cool. I have a referral, a young man that was in my the 4-week 60 Days to Bankable class that I was in.
Right.
So he's been in business for the last 5 years, and he's ready to grow.
Oh, good.
And so he does, he's in the social media management and digital marketer space. And so... but his product is more geared to B2B. Mm-hmm. So I was telling him, and he had not heard of becoming a certified business owner.
Good.
So he's going to reach out to you. I see him Monday. Monday is our last class.
Yes.
And so I'll make sure I give him your information. And so we can get him ready. And then there's another young man that's in my Thursday QuickBooks class. He's in the food industry, but a caterer. So also been in business for about 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
So and they have some pretty good revenues coming in, but for the food business, being able to contract or cater it will help increase their bottom line because they have a brick and mortar, but you can only do so. Your margins are so small with a brick and mortar.
This might be very good for him because, as a matter of fact, I just had a meeting on Wednesday over in the Pomona area, and there is a company large company that's looking for small vendors, small businesses to do business with. And these are vendors who can, they process or they produce food.
Okay.
Or in the restaurant business.
Okay.
So then they can sell their products to this big company.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this will be excellent.
So I'm going to refer them over to you.
Please do.
That's how they are. Everyone I'm talking to right now, it's all about how do we enclose that wealth gap.
That's
and
right.
So in order to do that, we have to be doing bigger, better businesses and going. And as I told them in the class, we all start out as small micro businesses, and then we want to grow to a small business. And
that's right.
What we really want to do is grow into an enterprise.
That's right.
So that's really, really important. So they're excited about that.
That is good. That is good.
Congratulations,
Thank
though.
you.
So
Thank
proud
you,
of you.
Last week it was you.
I know.
And this week it's me. And I didn't even expect it. I didn't even know I was going to get this recognition, this award.
So and usually you don't. But you know what? I remember, we've both been in this space for a very long time, over 20 plus years, right? Yes. And so, you earn your dues. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I guess the word gets around that you're really a subject matter expert in that area.
That is true.
And then all of a sudden, so now that these have, because this is the first time you've actually gotten.
No, actually, I've gotten awards by the LA Business Journal.
Okay, cool.
The San Fernando Valley Black Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
The National Latino Business Women Association of Inland Empire.
So, all this needs to go on your LinkedIn, right?
Oh, yes.
Because that's how it happens, right?
Yes.
So, but no, it's a very nice feeling to get honored for the work that we do.
Yes.
Because we give a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot for other small businesses and our clients.
Right.
So, yeah, it's really
in
nice.
some cases, I think, we've all been to workshops and seminars and so forth, and you go, I give so much more. And not trying to be cocky or anything, but you want them to walk. For me, my thing is I want you to walk away and be able to actually apply this to your business the minute you walk out of the door. Right. So I just can't give you surface stuff where you don't know. I have to give you some steps.
Exactly.
Now, there's enough of it. There's so much of it that has to go into the process that I could never give it all to you in one setting anyway.
That's
right?
True.
So it's not anything that you're missing from. But a lot of people feel, okay, if you want any more from me, you got to pay me.
Yeah.
But there's so much. There should be so much more to your repertoire of skill sets and information and expertise that. If you give them a little extra just so that they actually can move forward when they leave, and it's just not information they've collected and it has no, it's just information they've collected.
Exactly.
Right?
And that sets us apart from other coaches, other business consultants, because we don't just teach classes and provide dry information. We bring value to the small businesses. We give them stuff to walk away with. We give them things so that they can feel like it was worth their time coming to the workshop or the coaching session.
Right, exactly.
You see what I mean?
Right, and when they walk away, you want them to, to refer you to other people.
Sure.
Word of mouth is probably by far the best marketing that you can get.
Yes.
And then as long as you're staying true to your brand, so that when and I've had clients, and I know you have that or individuals that have been in workshops of mine 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they'll run into me. It's like, oh my God, I remember you, and I've been trying to find you, and they just happen to show up at a workshop, and oh my God, it's Crystal.
Exactly.
And because for whatever reason, there's so many of them, you lose track, and you might not continue to reach out to them or what have you, or your picture's not on the flyer or any of that sort of stuff. Well, I just definitely congratulations.
Thank you.
So proud
Thank
of
you, co-host.
All that hard
appreciate
work.
that.
That's a great way to end the year.
Oh, for sure. And as a matter of fact, part of my plan is for the next 6 months, what I want to do, I want to build 50 contract-ready small businesses.
Okay. You guys hear that?
50 contract-ready small businesses. I want to build those. So if you're a small business out there, not sure if you're contract-ready or not, and you want to get help, you want to get some professional coaching, give me a call, send me an email, and I'll be happy to work with you guys over the next 6 months to get you ready so you can start getting those government contracts, $500 billion with the federal government, $3.9 billion with the County of Los Angeles. What are you waiting for? Come on, guys.
He's going to take the sting out of it, guys. So you definitely want to reach out to him.
Hey, Carla.
That's pretty awesome. So how did your workshop on Saturday go?
Oh, that workshop was phenomenal. I didn't think that workshop was going to be as good as it turned out to be. We had about 14 students. Some are high school graduates and some are second-year college students. So we were getting these small business, these participants ready to be interviewed by employers.
Okay.
So I did interviewing techniques workshops, and then we did a mock interview, video interview. So we did it on camera.
Oh, okay.
That was phenomenal.
Oh, good.
It was amazing. I'm going to send you some of the photos that they took.
And it's interesting because earlier this week, I think on the news, one of the colleges.
Hi, Carla.
Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's back east. But the students requested it. They wanted some life skill training because, you know, it used to be we would get that kind of training in high school. And now they get to college and life is even harder because they don't have those life skills. So now this particular, I think the college is in New Jersey and they're implementing that programming into their school. So this is part of that. Not knowing how to dress for an interview. Not knowing how to conduct an interview.
Portray confidence
and all of that stuff.
And one of the things that what we identified while I was conducting the workshop is that, you know, you go to shake their hands and many of them, they had that dead fish, you know, the dead fish handshake where it's
it's kind of cold.
So I had to teach them how to do a firm handshake and do it with confidence. You know, you shake someone's hand, you look them straight in the eyes while you're shaking their hands.
And you would think, I mean, for us, it seems like that's, you know, so trivial. But no, I learned it in high school.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that before I graduated from high school, that's one of the things that we learned. But, and now the kids are not getting it. So
it was amazing. We did a lot of role playing and it was just phenomenal. Every person who was there loved it. And it was at LAX at the flight path training school.
Okay.
So it was right there on the airstrip. So the planes were taking off, and they get to interview with some of the employers. There was about 4 or 5 employers that were there.
Okay.
They get to, because after I prepped them, then they go and they actually interviewed. So it was just amazing.
So right on the job training and put that into action, hands-on interviewing. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good. I'm glad that went really well.
Yes.
Yeah, I finished my the AARP. We finished a 4-week series with AARP.
Yes.
Now we're going to do, I have one more bonus session with them to tie in the business model canvas.
How many people are in that class?
We had about 45.
Oh, wow. That's a nice size class.
So it was a nice size class. And so the last class, hi, Mark. Hey, Brian. Hey, Vernell. And hey, Michael. And I think Thomasina's watching. Welcome, guys. We had
so 45 people.
45 people, and I had 2 guest speakers talking about customer service, which was Carolyn.
Carolyn was one.
She just blew it out the water.
I saw her.
And then I did, and then a young lady, Norvell, she does digital marketing. She's a digital marketing expert.
Right.
She did excellent, and it was her first time presenting to a group of people.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody was so excited. I got about 4 or 5 people scheduled for consults because they're excited. And now we're going to take it into the first of the year.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it was good. Some opportunities with ARP. They have a program that they do with one of the sororities, and so they'd like me to come in and present.
Well, you know you're a star performer. You know they're going to ask you to come in.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. You know, I want to really get, because for my e-course, I need many more people, right?
That's right.
And then I got a email to Norma Hollis, Norma Hollis. Yeah. So there's
I think
someone
she was in the hospital.
Yeah, she had her ear repaired, but she's okay. But she referred me to someone that's putting on a women's power conference.
Very good.
Tele Summit. And so I'm looking into that. And then somebody else reached out to me Yes, you. Thank you, Mark. This is Mark Robertson from PCR.
Hey, Mark.
He said, "You're right. I'm a star." Thank you, Mark. So another opportunity to do a telesummit, and this person's back east somewhere.
That's great. That is
growing.
Excellent.
So that's a good thing.
Excellent.
So excited. And then I'm ready January to kick off my e-courses.
Oh, wow, that's good.
So I don't know about you guys in 2020. I'm not taking any prisoners in 2020. Right. I've worked hard this year. Mm-hmm. I'm exhausted right now, so I am ready to consolidate and digitize. Yep.
We're stepping into a new decade in a few days. So come January 1st, that's a new decade right there, 2020. So you guys must be ready. And like Crystal say, we're taking no prisoners. If you don't want to come along, you don't need our help, we'll move on to the next entrepreneur.
Person. Yeah, okay. We're not playing for 2020.
We're not playing.
Now here's something someone told me last night who actually has lived in Africa. We were talking about social media and ads on Facebook.
Yes.
And so I was showing her, she wanted to see the analytics. Yeah. So I was showing her, because when I told her we were getting visibility from Africa.
Yes.
So when we went in to look at a couple of them, and since she lived there, she goes, "You're getting attention from the Congo."
Yes.
She goes, "They don't even speak English there. We got like 18,000 viewers from the Congo."
I believe you hear that, Small Biz Pro? We're getting 18,000 viewers and followers from the Congo.
From the Congo. So she goes, "Oh my God, whatever you're doing, keep it up." But now to branch the programs out, because she says that one of the things in Africa is there are some very talented young people, and young people meaning up to the age of 34.
Yes.
So they go from that age, but there are no systems in place, and there's no information like this.
They need an infrastructure.
They need the infrastructure.
Yes.
So she was saying, if we're gathering and they're coming on the show to listen and watch, there's a reason for that. And we really need to really build that out.
I've been talking to a buddy of mine too about the same thing. And we've been getting followers, subscribers, and supporters from Ghana, Nigeria, the Congos, South Africa, Kenya, all of those African nations. And we were very happy to help them with their entrepreneurial endeavors. So we're ready to go. American small businesses, no hit against you. But if you're not ready, if you don't want to do it, we're going to move on to other groups who really, really relish our information.
Right, because Africa is the new frontier.
It's a new frontier.
So everybody needs to be looking into that. But before we move forward, we want to take a quick break maybe, and then I want to give my Christmas list. The gifts for the entrepreneurs, and then we'll bring up our guest.
Yep, then we'll bring up our guests. Our guest today is Mr. Kris Lara. I keep saying Mike. I don't know why. I should have to pay you like $50 every time I say that. So Mr. Kris Lara, a phenomenal social media marketer. He's going to be on our show today, and he is so unique. You guys wait until you see him on the show. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, Chris?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and I'll come back and give you some more great gift ideas for the entrepreneur in your life. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Small businesses spend more than $500 million each year combined trying to find missing or replace missing paperwork. Hey, small businesses, are you tired of losing out on business opportunities because your paperwork is not in order? And don't you hate having to register in multiple websites just to find a single procurement opportunity that may not even be worth your time? Well, worry no more. Small Biz Pro is the solution to your problems. Small Biz Pro is an all-in-one cloud-based business management, compliance, and procurement assistance software platform that keeps small businesses organized, contract-ready, bank loan-ready, with quick access to procurement opportunities, as well as market research data. Here are some of the features and benefits that you receive when you use Small Biz Pro to run your business daily. Superior record keeping at your fingertips, back office management and compliance, quick access to bids and procurement opportunities in government databases. It allows you to conduct easy market research and gather industry statistics, government certification preparedness and compliance checklists, easy HR and general operations management functionality, bank loan readiness preparation and cash flow management, certified payroll and labor compliance reporting, business dictionary with defined business terms, a cloud-based business management platform that keeps small businesses organized and ready, even nonprofits, business documents securely stored in the cloud, data fully encrypted and protected by triple firewall reinforcements, on-the-spot document retrieval for quick decision-making, bank-level data security for compliance, document expiration alerts and advanced notifications. It uses security restrictions to block out unauthorized users, and much more. Try it out today for only $5 for the first 30 days. What are you waiting for? Go to www.smallbizpro.net and register now, or your competitors will. Small Biz Pro, keeping small businesses organized, business ready, and contract ready.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And Crystal, you've got a Santa Claus list for us.
I do, because sometimes it's hard to buy. I find, like in my household, I have, with the exception of my sister, who I know her taste like my own taste, so it's easy to buy for her. Mm-hmm. But the men in our family, a little bit different. They all have different interests, and it changes from year to year, and you can't get anything consistent. But it's hard to buy, for some of the people in your world. So, and especially if you don't really know what they do for a living. Yeah. So, but as an entrepreneur, I'm going to give you guys a couple of things that, as an entrepreneur, I would like as a Christmas gift. Usually I have to buy it myself, but and this I see more with men than I do with women, mm-hmm. but a notebook, like a Moleskine notebook. They have them at Staples, and you can get them on Amazon, mm-hmm. because a lot of men, when they go into meetings, they always have the bounded type of notebook as opposed to the legal pad, but it makes them look more official and more professional. Right. Yeah, so you can get them in multiple colors, multiple sizes. You can get them lined and unlined. So for that man or woman in your life that is more tactile, mm-hmm. then that's a great gift. The other one is, now you have your more younger, your millennials, your Gen X's. Mm-hmm. They're more into the digital world, so you can partner up with Evernote. I absolutely love Evernote. You do? That's a software, an app program. So you can put them in categories. You can map out, you can put your vision board on Evernote. Really? You can put your schematic for how to project out your business.
You should teach classes in this thing.
I love Evernote. Evernote, and it will save it for years. And if you have it on your tablet, you have it on your computer, and you can have it on your phone, it all syncs up. Mm. You can take pictures and add it to, projects and so forth you have. So Evernote, and Evernote app actually happens to be one of my affiliate partners. But I'm not saying that it became my affiliate partner because I've been using it for like 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. So other thing is, for those people in your life that are actually speakers, mm-hmm. a whiteboard, your own whiteboard with its own supplies, or at least have your own markers and your own erasers. So when you go to someone and they don't have markers and stuff, and that's part of your repertoire of teaching tools, mm-hmm. then you providing them with some markers and erasers and the tools to write on a whiteboard. That's great. That's a good idea. Books on entrepreneurship. There's some fantastic books out there. The more you educate yourself in the space that you're in, not just on the industry you're in, but on the structuring of your business, because things change all the time. Mm-hmm. So you should be always in a mode to grow. Sounds good. Yeah. And coffee maker setup. For those that have a brick and mortar, mm-hmm. and a portable wallet charger, because that's a good thing. You don't run out of of battery life on your phone.
I did yesterday.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. If you're driving along and you forget your charger or you don't have the adapter in your car, you run out of power and you no longer have accessibility to Waze.
Exactly.
And you're out in the boonies
That's
somewhere.
exactly what happened. See, I lost my charger, and so I couldn't do anything. And I'm going way out there off the 210. Up in the boonies.
Right.
And I didn't even know where I'm going. I'm going, oh, Lord, please don't let this phone die.
Yes. It's important to have backup chargers, people. So you can have 2 or 3 of those. Yes. So if multiple people in your family want to get you a backup charger, then by all means, please do so.
Yes.
So that's some of the things. Let's see what else. Here's something. So as an entrepreneur, we usually wear 4, 5, 10, 20 hats, right?
Yep.
We're always exhausted. Yep. So getting us a gift certificate to a yoga class or a meditation class or a spa is excellent. So that's
a good idea.
And make sure it has an expiration date so we'll use it within the year that you give it to. So we're forced to do it. In fact,
a good point.
I would say get 2, one for you and one for them, and take that entrepreneur there because we have to recharge. We truly have a problem on recharging. We have a problem with shutting it down and taking time for self.
I like that.
So those
are
some of the gifts that I think would be excellent. Here, and Gilbert finally got a tripod, so that you can always Facebook Live wherever you need to be. Yes. That's important. And what else we got going on? I'm all about ergonomics, so my handy dandy mouse, so it fits like a pen, so it doesn't cramp your hand like this. So for those of you can pick this up off of Amazon. I absolutely love this. Is my second one. I burnt the other one out because I used it frequently. It's a much easier move than a mouse, than a regular standard traditional mouse. And that's all I got for today. And I will have some more next week.
That sounds very good, Crystal.
And I will put them in the description of the show so you'll be able to go there with some links as to where you can get them.
Yes, thank you for sharing that list with us. That was very handy, and especially that charger, that portable charger. Like I say, yesterday I was on my way to a client's, and I was driving, didn't know where the heck I was going, and I was my running low on battery, couldn't find my charger.
Wow.
And I had like 1%, 1% of juice on there. And So
as a female, that kind of stuff scares the heck out of me because I don't want to be anywhere where I have no accessibility to be able to get help.
Yes.
So, I have backup batteries. I make sure my charger plugger is working right.
Oh, yes.
I can't stand being without my phone. I go into a panic mode.
Hello, Victoria. Welcome to the Business Zone. Carla, welcome to the Business Zone.
Yeah. So anyway, those are great gift ideas for that entrepreneur in your life that you love and cherish, and they will definitely love you back if you get them some tools that's very useful. Do that instead of socks and ties.
And also my entrepreneurs out there, you don't have to buy me anything extravagant. Just buy my software. That's it. Small Biz Pro. That's it. Purchase that.
But you do have a birthday coming up this month.
Oh yes, got a birthday coming up
on the 28th.
On December 28th.
All right.
So I know I only get one gift every year, my Christmas gift and my birthday gift. So I'm not really looking forward to it.
So all of those fans out there of Gilbert's, his super fans, there you go. Right. That list will help you. He needs some of that stuff on that list.
All my super fans and super clients, you make sure, get me a birthday gift and a Christmas gift, okay?
There you go. We're shameless up here. We don't have any problem telling you we want to give.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and take a break and bring on our guest.
Bring on our guest. Turn the air on because I'm a little hot.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. We're going to bring on our guest on today's show. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the Business Zone. So you've been watching the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. We're on air every Friday from 3 to 4 Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time, rather. So give us a call here. Our number is 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. If you have any questions, you want to discuss any one of the issues that are the topics we're talking about, give us a call here. Take a break.
All righty.
Subcontractors and small businesses are very good at performing their craft. But when it comes to managing their paperwork and efficiently running their business, not so much. That is why Buchanan and Associates, a multiple award-winning supplier diversity business management, technical support, coaching, and compliance firm is here to help you. Buchanan and Associates possesses core competencies in small business paperwork and government compliance, back office management and business support, business infrastructure and organizational development, light rail transportation program management, assisting small businesses in packaging and submitting their minority, woman-owned, and disadvantaged business enterprise certifications. We even match you up with contract opportunities. Buchanan and Associates has delivered more than 7,500 hours of training to subcontractors by preparing them to become business-ready, contract-ready, and bank loan-ready with the ability to quickly access key documents in seconds. Buchanan and Associates help subcontractors accurately prepare, manage, and submit certified payroll, contract compliance, and labor compliance reports to primes so that they can get paid on time without delays. If you need to meet your disadvantaged business or small business enterprise participation goals, Buchanan and Associates can help you. If you need a qualified and experienced firm to oversee your subcontractors so that you can successfully complete your projects, Buchanan and Associates can help you. We help all businesses organize and set up their company the right way so that they can formally pursue contracts. Buchanan and Associates has assisted subcontractors and primes secure more than $90 million in contract awards. What are you waiting for? Contact Buchanan and Associates today, the small business paramedic. Go to www.thebuchanangroup.net and begin saving now.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Kris and Gilbert.
That's right. You're a small business paramedic.
And so before I do it, Mark Robertson says, I know the segment is over, but you may want to suggest a gift, a spa treatment. Yes, a spa treatment is phenomenal.
Oh,
and
yes.
Office business owners don't take time to relax. So there you go. I quite agree with you, Mark, and thank you for the suggestion. So you guys hear that? Spa treatment.
Spa treatment. Hey, Deborah Deras, welcome to the Business Zone. Thank you for watching.
So we have a guest here who appears to be a serial entrepreneur. I think you didn't have more serial entrepreneurial gigs than I have, and I've had quite a few. This young man who, Mr. Kris Lara, he began his entrepreneur journey at the age of 9. He mowed lawns, he washed cars, he cleaned houses, and he collected recyclables until he was the age of 14. Then he went to work for Parks and Recs. Then he got caught up in the corporate world. I wouldn't say caught up. I say for me, that was my PhD program to see how businesses were run. So he did that for 13 years. And after he let go of, he was working for law firms, he decided to jump back into entrepreneurship, with both feet. And that was 10 years ago. So he started a catering business, Madeline's Cupcakes, in 2009. Shortly after, he became a board member with the Latin Business Association in 2011. During this time is when he got a lot of exposure in the nonprofit world. He learned much what they lacked and what they needed. He ended his business with Madeline's Cupcakes after 5 years, stepped down from the Latin Business Association, and now he is a full-time father, part-time hustler. We'll find out what that means. And he is in a reinvention period for himself. He went through a reinvention period, which we all do. Right. So what version are you on now?
I'm on the Business Scientist.
Okay. So you're 4.5, 5.0.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's probably... Wow. So many.
So now he is into his new business, which is called H.I.P. H.I.P.Media Media. So welcome to the business zone, and I need you to explain the part-time hustler, and then I need you to tell me about your business.
Yes,
So
for sure. Hey, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the business zone, Mr. Kris Lara.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Gilbert. Hey, first and foremost, I want to say I'm going to be one of the 50 that's going to take you up on that 6-month training course.
Excellent.
To be contract ready.
Excellent.
So, what happened is that, after everything, after I had my small business, catering, it was just cupcakes and whatnot. I just felt that it was time to make a change. Okay. But also at the same time, it was talking to my wife, and we did want to have another child. Mm-hmm. So discussion was had, and it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna become a full-time father. So that in and of itself was just.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I'm still there, but it's great. But the learning curve was so different than a business. I have a way different respect for women that have more than one kid because it's so. Woo! It's different. It's a different ball game. I'll tell you that.
It's a practice in patience.
Yes, and that was something I feel that I needed. So it prepped me for my next role.
Okay.
So with the full-time father, now I'm becoming a part-time hustler, which I have been for the last 2 years because this idea of this new business that I had been working on had been sitting in my brain for 10 years before I even started working on it. So here we are 12 years later. Okay. And so this business of H.I.P.Media Media, which means human interest pieces, is focused on small business and nonprofits. So, what I know is that there's just so much out there to know and to understand. Uh-huh. And so with you all doing your part, you're doing your part, but there's so much more that they need and that they don't know that they don't need.
Yeah, they don't have, right?
That they don't have, and that's it. And that's one of the things I explain to folks is that we don't know what we need because we don't know what we need.
Right, exactly.
So in order for us to know, you have to be able to I guess yourself like reboot yourself or go back to school and get an update like your computer, like your phone. Mm-hmm. There's only one way to do that, and that's exactly what I did because my experience was great, but my knowledge was dated.
Yeah. And
so with that, I took myself to East LA College, and that's where they had a small business incubator, right? And so it was kind of great how it kind of unfolded because I went for one thing, and it was to learn how to speak into conversations of potential business and how do they speak, how do you speak, right? So it's to understand yourself. But then what ended up coming was this business incubator, which I had my idea from 10 years previous.
Oh, okay.
So I vetted it, did all the homework and understanding, and so what came of it was this marketing business that focuses on nonprofits and small business because they need to be drug into the 21st century.
Oh, for sure.
And the problem with it is, it's a re-education. They have to be re-educated because it's one of those things where what once worked no longer worked. Mm-hmm. And for them, it's a complete reboot. And that's, one of the things that they're failing to understand.
Right. And I think also with minority-owned businesses, one thing happens is we fall into business, right?
Right.
Because out of necessity to take care of our families, and sometimes the jobs that are available for us are not, adequate enough, and you find yourself working 2, 3, 4 jobs just to make a salary of one. So we kind of do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean, like they go to school and go, okay, let me learn how to build the structure and then put my idea into the structure. Right. They go, oh, I'm a great baker.
Right, exactly.
And I'm going to hang up my shingle and I'm going to go into business.
That's it.
And then you're making, you're baking, you're selling on the streets, you're doing all that, but there's no structure. It's just hanging in the air.
That's exactly what happened to me initially, first time around. That's exactly. And I was like, you know what? I said, I threw it to the wind. I said, you know what? That's it. I'm over it. Corporate world, out of here. And that was, like I said, 10 years ago. But when I did it, I didn't know. I knew that I wanted to go, and I knew, hey, you know what? it's there, just move, just go. But it didn't have the structure like you said.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening was, well, it was good. It had a good run, but it was done. It was done.
And when you get to a certain place through things that are not of your own making, right? The environment, the financial world structure changes, but you don't have a foundation because you really didn't investigate or research the industry itself. You just took your little piece of the action, and there you have it. So
you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But this time around, having that experience, right?
Yeah.
I did know that, hey, there's more to it. I need to, build that foundation, build a solid foundation.
Right.
And because from that point, you can move any which way you want, how you want to go. Right. You want to go contract ready, or do you want to go strictly just big business?
No,
so,
for
Kris,
sure.
tell me a little bit about H.I.P. Maker. How did that come into being? And also, what type of clients do you look for in order to help them as a H.I.P. Maker? What's a H.I.P. Maker? What is it all about?
H.I.P. Maker is all about, making people, or giving people, I should say, a voice to be heard and a screen to be seen, or giving them a platform. Because, they don't know that it's available, but, one of the biggest things that, it's perspective. And one of the things you mentioned earlier is, you work in your business, you don't work on it. And so when you have somebody that sees there's a problem, they're not working in your business. They can work on your business because they already see the problem. You don't, because you're swimming in it.
Yeah.
So I've seen a little bit of some of your work, and I was very impressed about it.
Thank you.
Maybe you can share that with the audience. What the H.I.P. Maker video model is all about, and how does that help? How does it help the population, the targeted population that you go after?
Right. So, the video that you've seen was it was a nonprofit by the name of Project Coffee Cup, and that was a very good experience. I got to really at that point was a a confirmation of my idea. It was here. It's here. It's happening. And so with him, it was great because never had it been done to where you're marketing a nonprofit in a way that people can see what you're doing. At the same time, they're going to know where their money's going. So, for nonprofits, with that being said, that, they need to know what's happening.
Right.
People need to know. Gone are the days that, hey, here's my money.
Right.
They're not getting that anymore.
That's done.
So pretty much, what H.I.P. Maker, from my perspective, what I've seen in H.I.P. Maker, I've seen where Mr. Lara goes out in the community and the homeless community, and they provide like a cup of coffee to the homeless person who is sitting there on the sidewalk, who has nothing to eat, or no food, no shelter, nothing. So I thought that was a very impressive project, that Project Coffee Cup that you launched.
Well, it's not me. No. I worked with them.
Oh, you worked with them?
Yeah, I worked with Jacob.
But I thought that was a very, very impressive approach.
Yeah, Jacob he's been doing that for probably about 9 years now.
Yeah.
And he's a very impressive young man.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, he works full time, and he still finds it, whether it's before work or after work, or he still does what I guess he set out to do.
Right.
And that's to give people a cup of coffee.
Right.
Maybe it's a sweater, maybe it's a blanket or shoes. I don't know. But he's definitely doing it, and he hasn't stopped. And it was a pleasure working with him and getting to meet him.
Right.
But, that's...
Well, one of the things that I really want to point out to the audience today is that you've got a very distinct brand, a very distinct mark that once they see this, they know it's you, they know it's H.I.P. Maker. So if you don't mind, can you stand up and turn around and show the audience what H.I.P. Maker is all about?
So what it says, come this way. So it says, come a little bit closer. It says, our focus, profits, H.I.P. Maker Media, treading Mother Earth, educating.
There you
it's
go.
It's really, really nice,
there
guys. So I hope you can see that. That's
Amazing.
pretty awesome. So,
Oh, yes.
So for nonprofits, you're absolutely right. I work with a couple of nonprofits. I'm a co-director of one that's called Recycling Black Dollars, and the visibility and getting your brand out there so people can resonate and empathize with your mission, right? And then the other one I do is I sit on the board of a program called Pete Brown Jr. Tennis Program. So we're teaching young kids from the ages of 4 to 18 how to play tennis, and it's a free program, and we do it in LA at a park. And so we're really starting to gather the momentum because we're getting a lot more exposure on our social media. There's a lot of video. We do like tomorrow actually is our annual tennis holiday drill camp. And so we will be giving out over 2,000 toys to kids.
Wow, that's
and then
amazing.
teaching them how to play tennis and everybody from the entire tennis world, black, white, green, or purple, they're going to be out there with the kids and giving them, teaching them how to play tennis. And Santa Claus is coming to give them some to start the toy giving. And we have
amazing.
Music and fun and pizza and so part of that was getting that exposure for what we do, and so we've strategically been working that. So it's really important for nonprofits to tell their story. And is that what you're doing?
In a sense, yes. But it goes beyond that. I mean, that's just scratching the surface. There's just so much more that nonprofits and small business need to understand. And the video for me, or that's just the start. That's the start of the relationship, because for you guys, for nonprofits, they it's to become sustainable.
Yeah, you have to be sustainable.
And they don't know how to be sustainable. And so that's one thing that I can help them understand, is how to become sustainable.
Now, tell the Small Biz Pro audience out there the type of video, what type of video, H.I.P.Maker video, what does it look like?
It looks like,
It's like an on-the-spot, spur of the moment, very creative type video.
Yeah, it's very much in what the element is. It depends on, the person or the business and what they're doing. And that's really what it is to capture the element of what they're in and bringing that, because it's what you don't see that they're actually doing every day and that people don't understand. There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes that people just don't even understand. But it just even goes beyond that, and it goes to knowledge and understanding of why are you doing it.
And you've got quite a few videos on your Facebook page. Of the H.I.P.Maker type video, which is really unique, very different.
Thank you.
And I really like the way you go about it. I think you got a very unique brand there.
Thank you. Yeah, I that was one of the things was when I went through that small business incubator course was one thing I want to tell everybody is to figure out who it is you are. Everybody has an avatar, or everybody has maybe somebody else that you want to bring to the like you got Small Business Pro here, you got Crystal, you got the business scientist. So everybody has to find their maybe that other voice that's going to help them be and bring that to the front. Exactly.
And I just want to put this out there that I've met Mr. Kris Lara many years ago. When I used to run the entrepreneurial contract readiness program at the Latin Business Association for about 7 years with the Latin Business Association over there. And you were one of the board members. And we had a great time. We did a lot for the small businesses, the Latino small businesses there. We even got them on a bus and took them to Vegas to meet the contract providers in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And at least one of those members got a contract on the spot.
Oh, wow.
Got a contract with, I think, with Tropicana.
Yes. And that was a turning point for him.
Yes.
A huge turning point.
It grew his business tremendously.
Yes.
They hired him. He does upholstering. So he upholstered.
Yeah.
That's perfect in
yes.
Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he went on to do Rock and Brews.
Oh, okay.
He went on to do some, I believe it was like Ruby's Diners and stuff like that. So, he from that one, instance, he was able to really grow and expand. But because of Gilbert, he was able, because he was ready.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things is that, you don't know when these opportunities are going to arise, but you have to be ready.
Got to be ready.
You have to be ready
Yes.
because they'll just come out of nowhere.
Yes.
And they're not waiting for you to go. Wait a minute. Whoa!
really?
I wasn't ready for this piece, right?
Yeah.
You got to already have things in line so that you can just activate when those, because they come up out of nowhere. You get a phone call and it's like, oh my God, okay, I'm ready for it.
And that's true because I was invited to do an RFQ over at this county of LA for media and marketing, and I found out that I was completely not ready. So I was like, hey, we'll check it out. Let me see what's going on.
Right.
Not ready. Yeah. So that's why, hey, Gilbert, January 1.
Not ready, huh?
I'm going to be ready in 6 months.
You're definitely going to be one of my first sign up come January. And again, I just want to repeat this to all of my small biz pros out there. Come January, we are going to take 50 small businesses and we're going to get you guys completely contract ready. So you guys are going to go through an intense program with me. And at the end of that program, you're going to make sure you definitely will be ready. This small business that you talked about in Vegas, that we took to Vegas, this gentleman, he definitely was ready because not only did he go through my class, but he wanted to develop, I taught him how to develop a statement of qualifications, his capability statement, and all of those things.
Yes.
We did an assessment with him, contract ready, and he was phenomenal. So when he went to the Tropicana casino, he knew he had everything ready. And when they asked him questions, he had the right answers. So they hired him on the spot.
And that's an awesome, you guys really don't know what an awesome feeling that is, right? That,
when you're prepared.
That you're prepared and you're not, and you might be nervous, but when they start asking you questions like, oh, wait, I got that. Oh, I got that. So it's a really good feeling. And it also shows that your business is evolving, right?
Exactly.
And you can see from a milestone, right? From where you were a year or so ago or 2 years ago to where you are today, that you could sit down in front of the person that's making a decision on whether to sign the contract or not, and you have the information that they're asking for.
And that's why we keep saying that it's good to have a coach to coach you who knows how to win. Because once you have that coach knows how to win. I mean, look at the Lakers, for example. Oh, yeah. They get coaches who know how to win. Right. And once they get that, then that coach could take them to the finals, the championship. And that's what I want to do. Crystal want to do the same thing with these small businesses that we're working with. We want to get you guys to the championship level. Championship level is to get a contract.
Yes.
Get a contract.
Yes. And to increase your revenue stream at the end of the year, that you can start making some monumental movements in your business. Nowadays is very difficult if you're not ready as well to find capital for your business. Small businesses especially, and minority-owned businesses have a hard time. But if you got your act together, and even if you can start increasing just by being creative, being able to think in a third dimension, on how you can generate more revenue. So now when you go back to look for funding or capital for your business, they see that there's been movement, and they look at your financials and they're like, okay, you got to, and then you're talking about your business different. You're not thinking, you're not asking them for money from a place of lack. You're asking for, I need to grow my business and I want to do A, B, C, and D. And this is how I'm strategically going to do that, and this is the outcome of that on the other side.
Homework.
And this would be beneficial for me and you.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct.
Job creation. You just start using the buzzwords that they're like, Okay, I see the
right.
potential. I see
Right.
that you've been
Yes.
working hard. Your historical data ties into what you're saying, to your passion.
Exactly.
And yeah, I wanna be part of this partnership.
Right, exactly.
Right. So that's the importance of that. So what you do, what we do,
Yes.
especially for our small businesses, because I don't know if you find some challenges sometimes when you reach out to
Yes.
the business and say, okay, this is what we want to do, and
Yes.
they're like, yeah, I want to
Right.
do that, but what I got to do to make that happen?
Right. See, yeah, and that's a lot of what I saw initially, even with Madeline's cupcakes. But I see it again now, and it's one of those things where people again don't understand because they're working in it. And they're not working on it.
Right.
So, but again, it's a perspective that you don't see. The business owners don't see, and it's also a value thing. It's like maybe they don't value what you're saying because they don't know.
Yeah.
What they
They don't know what they don't know, right?
Exactly. They don't know what they don't know.
Or their value or their lack of value proposition and your value proposition.
Right.
So you're absolutely
It could,
correct.
it could be a whole host of things, but it's one of those where you want to spend your time. What I learned in Magic Johnson had said something recently, and it was, well, if you're going to spend your amount of time, on these businesses that are, they're going to be $500 worth, why don't you spend that same amount of time that you're going to make $1 million?
That's right.
Exactly.
Right? So why waste your time?
Yeah, doing little stuff. Go for the big stuff.
So might as well, if you're going to waste your time, might as well waste it making $1 million.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, so I think that's absolutely correct. So, wow, we're at the top of the hour, but I do want to ask this. How old are the children that you're taking care of as a full-time dad?
Well, it's kind of funny. I feel like Wile E. Coyote because I have one who's 17 and then the other one who's 3.5.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
what
I went
a
back
gap.
to the drawing board. Feels like.
No, wait. That was a long conversation you and your wife had from 17 to 3.
That was a long time. Hey, I know it was a lot of me too, but it's all good. Hey, keeping me young.
Okay, so the little one is ready for Christmas?
Oh yes, definitely ready for Christmas.
Okay.
Loves it. Yes.
So the one skill or the one thing that you learned from being a parent that has helped you in business, what is that?
Patience. Patience, and because it's conversation. It's using the right verbiage, especially with my son because he doesn't understand. He's so young. So kind of the same thing with business folks. It's kind of the same way. So you kind of have to spoon feed him initially.
Yeah, right, exactly. So. I think when I don't have children, but I've worked with children most of my career, and the one thing that I have learned and I observe for children have such an imagination to create something out of nothing. So I've learned and I teach kids how to be entrepreneurs. So you can give them an idea, a morsel of an idea, and they can propel that into this amazing business. Right. So they have the creativity and the imagination that children have.
It's so true. Hey, we still all have it. It's just
buried.
Exactly.
Buried behind bills.
Hey, behind everything. There's just so much, but we all still have that in us, and the childlike, and and having that creativity. It's all still there.
So, Mr. Lara, is there any parting things that you'd like to share with?
How they reach you?
How do they reach you? How do they contact you? How do you work with them?
Yeah,
Their phone number?
Yeah, you can contact me via social media, H.I.P.Media Media at gmail.com. You can contact me at 626-386-3034. My website's currently in process, as an entrepreneur, it's always something, but again, I'm a full-time father, and it's for me, for me,
you got to balance.
Yeah, for me, I know it's a lot different. I hear women, I could do this, and I do this, and do that. And it's like, wow, I work a lot differently. I feel like if I'm going to fail a little bit over here if I give it too much attention.
Right.
And so,
women are by nature multitaskers.
Exactly. Hey, my compartmentals up here, I don't got that too much.
She can have a baby on the hip and running a multi-million-dollar business on this hip over here.
And I wish I had that. Exactly.
Yeah, we powerful
that's
like that.
It. Yeah, and so that's what I learned along the way. Some stuff like that. Like, wow, this it's definitely a different ball game. But definitely as far as business goes, it doesn't. learning never stops.
No,
So
it doesn't.
just continue learning whatever it is your business is in. Continue to learn and try to get the competitive edge, whatever it might be. But do your research and constantly do your research, because things are constantly changing in this world today. Mm-hmm. Things change so fast. So, if you're what you're doing now, this is going to be a different ballgame in a year.
Yeah.
So,
got to constantly grow.
That's it.
Got to constantly grow. We're so happy to have you. They can find you on social media.
Social media, H.I.P.Maker Media. I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. It's all under H.I.P.Maker Media.
Okay, so you guys follow him on his social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
Yes. No Twitter just yet. No
okay.
Twitter just yet.
So follow him there. Follow us on the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert, and just Google me and you'll find all mine. I got a whole bunch. And Gilbert here on Facebook, he's becoming an expert. I look up and I go, look at that, Gilbert, and post it on Facebook.
That means you've made a very good student out of me. Yes. I learned everything I know about social media from Chris.
Okay, nice. So I'm very proud of him. He's finishing out 2019 on social media, and we're going to continue to grow. It's been a great show, and we're so pleased to have had you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your new business, and we wish it much success, and however we can help, let us know.
Vice versa.
Continue to do that great job shaping your child.
Yeah, thank you.
Being the dad, the full-time dad.
Yeah, right.
And the side hustler.
Exactly.
I like that.
Thank you.
And Mr. Gilbert, anything? I know it's coming up to the end of the year, so
yes,
probably done with workshops and classes.
It's the end of the year. There's no more workshops that I have right now, but I just want to let my small biz pro know that, listen, because it's the end of the year, it doesn't mean that your work is done. As a matter of fact, your work is beginning, because now what you're going to do, you're going to try to close out the year. You want to make sure all your invoices that you haven't collected, make sure you start sending them to your clients again. You want to get paid. One of the things that puts small businesses out of business is because they don't collect their money. So make sure those invoices, make sure your 1099s go out to your sub-consultants. Make sure it goes out now. So you don't have to wait until February, because if you don't submit it by February, you're going to be penalized, and Crystal will tell you that.
Yeah, so by December 31st, by January 1st, because you got to get them out 31st. to your client, yes, to your contractors by January 3rd, January 31st, I think you got to the 15th or 31st.
So,
but jump on it right away. But here's a tip that I will say. If you have any large invoicing or receivables coming in, why don't you push that over to the first of the year, so you're not starting the first of the year bone dry.
Okay. So that's a good thing for you to know.
Right. And so that you'll end with whatever you're making, that'll be your taxable income for this year. But if you have some large, $10, $15, $20,000 contracts,
unpaid
invoices. A lot of them will try to push it out at the end of the end of this year, so that they can get tax benefit.
Right.
But for you, why don't you push it over into the first of the year, and then you're starting to till with a nice little cushion.
Some tax benefit. And the one last thing I want to speak about before I hand it over back to Crystal is, again, remember, for those of you who just tune in to the Business Zone, I'm looking for 50 small businesses who want to be business and contract ready. We're going to be doing that over the next 6 months. So we're going to be launching a series of workshops come January to get you contract ready, so you guys can go after government contracts with the county, the city, the state of California, and the federal government. Federal government has $500 billion in contracts waiting for you. The county has $3.9 billion. So we're going to be aggressively going after only people who are interested. We're not going to waste any time on folks who can't decide whether they want to be a part of this program or not. Okay? So that's the one thing I want to say.
All righty. So we're done for this week. You guys have a fantastic week. Next week, I think we don't have a guest, so I think we're going to talk about new tax laws. There's some stuff coming up in the state. Or do we have a guest?
I think I just spoke with someone today, a Latina lady who said she wants to come in and talk a little bit.
So we'll start the show off with some tips and tips for your tax preparation and year-end preparation, actually, so that you can start the year off right, and then you're not in such a panic when it comes time to filing your taxes in 2020.
Sounds good to me.
All righty. So
you guys have been watching The Business Zone
with Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, and our special guest was Mr.
Kris Lara.
All right.
The
H.I.P.Media
Media.
Business scientist.
Business scientist. So we got the paramedic over here and the scientist over here.
That's right.
So we are out, and we will see you next week. Have a phenomenal week. Be safe. Enjoy your Christmas shopping. But ladies, be aware of your surroundings while you're out there Christmas shopping. There's some dangerous times going on, and you want to protect yourself and your children, your young girl children. Please keep an eye on them. Tune in, check into their social media to make sure that there's no one luring them away. We're in some crazy times right now. So we will see you guys next week, and have a fabulous week.
At 3 p.m. 3 p.m. next Friday.
Next Friday. We're out.
We're out.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.